finished exactly 100 video games in 2025 and played even more that I did not finish. Some of those playthroughs stood out throughout the year and I would like to document them here for whoever might care. So the first game I beat in 2025, I actually started in 2024, but I only finished it after New Year's Day, so I'm counting it for this. One day that winter I went down a rabbit hole of flash games that use pictures of actual homes for their environments, which served as an unintentional and very candid time capsule in a weird way. There's a dog! That dog is so fucking dead by now. Among them a lot of unremarkable hidden object games that depict someone's regular ass office or someone's cluttered attic and all of these sorts of things with random PNGs of objects strewn around to find for your little game. No, there's also a fridge here. This is not an attic. And who has the whole like tool bench in an attic? It's a garage, man. These people are lying straight up. The standout though was this full-on proper escape room game that stringed together a bunch of pictures from the most dilapidated, rotten hoarder houses and populated a mess with puzzles for your enjoyment. There's something very satisfying to me to see such an ugly chaos used creatively and shaped into a source for entertainment, giving these locations a fictional narrative. These places surely aren't often an inspiration for games or other types of fiction as far as I am aware. Anyway, I like rummaging through filth, as my roach avatar can attest to, so I had a surprisingly good time with this garbage. Alright. This is gonna be something. Oh, there's a story. Disgusting Garbage House Escape is another well, not anymore, point-and-click room escape game from games2rule.com. Never heard of them. In this escape game, someone trapped you inside a disgusting garbage house. So there's not even like a plot reason why you're here or whatever. It's just like somebody put you here and that's it. There's no one to help you out. You have to escape from there by finding useful objects. Hints and solving puzzle. That's exactly the soundtrack that I would imagine for a hoarder house. I love this. I love this already. Looking at this, the first glimpse, there's already so much to take in. There's actually a real picture of some poor soul, completely like rotten, nasty, filled up basement or whatever. And then you got these like game elements that they photoshopped in. And even this like outline to turn your focus on a random moldy box in the background. Actually, this box here is copied from that one. I love the idea that somebody took these chaotic, nasty, vile pictures and actually like spent time and looked at them, analyzed them. How can they gamify this thing? Okay, let's actually get into this, I guess. Let's see this box. There's an empty can behind there. We can redeem this for 25 cents at the next gas station. 4 outlines for trash bags. Do we have to clean shit up? Do we have to fill 4 trash bags and collect them here? Look at... I want to know so bad what this place is. Where were these pictures taken? Am I supposed to... Why am I putting the random cans here in this mess? What is this doing for me? Surely whatever this building is, whatever this house is, this does not exist anymore. Considering how old this Flash game is. Oh, I can go here. Another room. Oh man, this is my favorite so far. This is another kitchen, right? Yeah, this is another kitchen. So this kind of like confirms that these pictures are not taken at the same place. These are genuinely just random images the creator found online, probably. I honestly didn't think this game would have so many items to really warrant an inventory system. But I guess, to be fair, this is like the prime location to find a lot of garbage, literally. So can I like put the soap in the water and then like actually clean this place? Shut up. Are you serious? I got soap water. This is bringing order to the chaos right here. Fuck. Really ties the room together, yep. It brings a focus point in all this noise, so it really does something here. That's the code. The random box, the random document box code is gonna open the oven for me. Here we go. What was it? 0013? I already forgot. Yeah. Where's the final can? No, again, all the actual interactable items to oh, there's a can. I did not see that. I actually did not see this purple can. Are we gonna summon a recycling demon or something? What is this about? Am I gonna have to order them in a specific color order? Are you shitting me? I also like the idea that you're really like sort of forced to analyze these awful pictures. That's fun. Oh, this is something? What? But I'm hard stuck right now. What is this? Why is this in here, man? What am I doing with the paint roller? What am I doing with the knife? I'm so confused. Maybe I actually need to try to interact with the environment using my items. Maybe there's something there that I'm missing. Oh! Cut open the mattress or whatever. Here we go. I think I'm too stupid for this. This just got big. Only got one bottle. Can't find dirty paper anywhere. This is such funny stuff to hear about a video game. With people literally looking through pictures of trash. It's so good. And I'm on a timer today. I actually have to meet somebody at a train station later, so the way I'm actually like putting my face against my screen right now. I feel like I'm going crazy looking at these muddy pixels. But I cannot interact with it. Oh my fucking god, I just used a paint roller. What? I need to process this. I used a paint roller to scrub away some dirt on the blinds, and that revealed the color order. So we got red, we got purple, we got blue, and then these two switched. And then the fucking cube, the dice just appears from the trash. Okay, now I can actually at least tackle this. Yeah, okay, and I'm able to switch this around now. This is fine. 15 is fine. 12 is actually fine as well, I think. Yeah. Why am I saying I think? It's 3, 8, 12. The 13 is also 13. Isn't this it? But it didn't trigger anything. So I did see on the comment section that people had this happen, and then they said switch out identicals because that might mess up the trigger. Yeah, well, you have a lot of identicals here, so, and I don't know which one is the problem. Does this puzzle have multiple solutions? Oh, here we go, thank god. Okay, so that generally was just multiple solutions, and not all of them were accepted by the developer. Oh, I thought there's more to this house? No fucking way. Oh my god. I think this is one of the magic trash bags that I'm supposed to collect. Imagine seeing a trash bag in this house that is 90% trash and thinking, yup, this is something I'm gonna collect. Oh my god, there's more. I cannot believe. A roach puzzle? This is the greatest fucking video game of all fucking time. They put a roach puzzle in this trash house game. Dude, I am fucking living, but I cannot interact with it yet, apparently. I need to find more roaches. This game, like Lurker Smurf said on, what is this, April 11, 2017, 6:21 a.m. This just got big. Another locked door. This game fucking rules, man. I thought going into this, I thought this would be like a tiny, like half-baked 3-room escape thing or whatever. But no, this seems like a full meal. This seems like a whole ass experience. Look at this fucking bathroom, man. And I can put the trash bags here. I'm missing one trash bag then. Now wherever would I find a trash bag in this place? I still haven't figured out what the paper is supposed to be. Oh, the coal? Can I like draw on here? Does this reveal something? Yeah. Oh, here we go. We're making progress, everybody. And we still haven't seen the legendary laundry room with the blue dress. Oh, I didn't even see. Speak of the devil, here it is. And this is the disgusting little dress. Ew, what the fuck? What am I looking at here? An ancient cum rag? What is... Oh, it's Sudoku? No, it's not Sudoku. We do have the last of the trash here. Let's see what happens once I place this. One of them opens with a triangle. Sure. Sure, why not? Then we can put the final bottle in this strange machinery. Which actually didn't do any... Oh no. Let's clean this disgusting little thing. Blue with flowers. Nothing. Oh! Oh, here we go. I'm excited. This is good shit. Some moon logic early on. But I don't know. Now it's like actually like... Now that shit is coming together, I'm actually like having a good time. I'm assuming it's gonna unlock the kitchen door. And I'm gonna find whatever I need to do the cockroach puzzle. Oh my god, look at that roach hanging out! I am actually here in a trash house collecting cockroaches. This is literally my dream game right now. There's so much more to this goddamn trash house game. It's fucking crazy. But I can collect roaches and that's fun. There's another equation. I need to go. I just got a message that I need to leave the house. Fucking Christ. So either I fucked up or there are duplicate numbers. Maybe there's a... Yeah, actually there might be a math clue under the roach piece. So maybe I should just do that first. So this is what we're gonna have to replicate, surely. Let me place these very helpful little roaches on the on the strange roach board. I didn't mean to move that one. That's actually correct over there. Always thankful for roaches helping me out in my daily chores. A equals 1. Now we got the key, which presumably is for the final exit door. Yeah, Even the outside is trash. I love the, oh, look at this. Okay, there we go, escaped. The second game was a nostalgic replay, revisiting one of the games I played through again and again as a kid. My dad used to bring home burned CDs of pirated video games from a co-worker, and one time he brought 2 Hot Wheels games for the PC, one being Hot Wheels Velocity X and the other Hot Wheels Stunt Track Challenge. As a kid I never got those fancy, expensive Hot Wheels playsets, so these sort of functioned as my digital substitutes. I enjoyed both games quite a lot back then, but its Stunt Track Challenge had stayed in my mind as one of the most fun racing games of all time. It's one of the few games I remember for which I went through the effort to clear every single thing for 100% completion. I even used to listen to the soundtrack on my way to school after ripping it from the game's files in 2004, and those sound files are the same ones I'm using as background music in this video right now. I was never huge into cars, but did have the obligatory bucket of fantasy vehicles, which I used to crash against each other with friends on sleepovers as seen in this genuine footage from 2005 that I'm using, recorded on some janky ass digicam. That goofy ass animation at the beginning is also equally as old, a genuine creation from childhood me, in case you're wondering. Child me would probably be stoked to know that I'm repurposing that bullshit for this project now, all these years later. Anyway, Stunt Track Challenge was one of the earliest games that made me fall in love with the racing game genre, and I was thinking of revisiting it for a while before I finally emulated the PlayStation 2 port. To be fair, I did go into it expecting the nostalgia to fade and maybe be a bit disappointed, but to be completely honest with you, I still think this game is a highlight in the Hot Wheels video game series, and to this day kind of my reference point of what I want in a Hot Wheels game, despite there being arguably better Hot Wheels games in modern times. There's a lot in the presentation of this game that really made me fall in love with it again on this replay. I've often said that the visual presentation and environmental design is an important part in a racing game, and Stunt Track Challenge presents a ton of cool set pieces, from clear glass roads over blue water bays to creepy holes full of bug monsters. Granted, I would prefer there to be more classic races and less stunt-based events, but even so, I appreciate the variety they attempted to put into this. I still to this day recommend this game as a worthwhile curiosity if one was interested in a short, quick, arcade racing game of the past. I'm here, I'm ready, I'm in my lane, I got my lavender scented candle going on. This is probably the first time I've seen this in English. Pretty sure my original version was actually localized to German. Like, obviously Hot Wheels just goes for the obvious radical subjects that like a typical teen or like young kid boy would find cool. So dinosaurs are like an obvious grab for that, but like think about it, like when do you actually see dinosaur racing combined? Like racing games in dinosaur environments is not really a thing. It's like a stunt show. Oh yeah, and you can do stunts, that's a great start. You can do like stunts in the air to get like a boost bonus or whatever. Yeah. Can I change? Oh yeah. Camera. Look at this. When do you get like a badass like racetrack with rocking tunes and like giant dinosaurs standing around? That's so fucking dope. Oh god, this is like genuinely like any like radical boy's dream, like just a bunch of cool shit put together. I remember there are 3 events. There are the stunt challenges, there are the regular races, and then there's these gimmicks. Game Break. Collect tokens to win decals for your cars. So there's a collectathon element, and this is basically you know, top-down view, bird's eye view. Yeah, this is more like a little fun little mini game thing to get decals to customize your cars. Less than like a serious challenge. Whoa! Yes. Oh, I don't know why I bailed there, but that's fine. I thought it was gonna be my gateway into cars, but yeah, it was more a design thing. I kinda thought that as well for a bit. I vividly remember buying the official Hot Wheels magazine once and thinking, yeah, okay, here, this is it. I'm gonna be an adult at some point. I'm gonna be interested in cars, so this is gonna be my gateway right here. And I remember being kinda obsessed with one specific sports car that was like showcased in that Hot Wheels magazine, the Pagani Zonda. But you know, that never went anywhere. I still grew up to be a car-hating adult, so... Who designed this dude?
That's right. Get ready for our creepy.
Let's fucking go!
Whoa, that place freaked me out.
Yeah, bro! Spider Alley, dude. I think this game set me up to forever look for creepy bug racing games or whatever, which is obviously not a thing that exists really anywhere. But this game did it so well. There's so many cool, giant, creepy spiders. You will not find that anywhere. There we go. Oh, look at this. This is so fucking cool.
We're coming to you live from
yeah, no, fuck the nostalgia excuse or whatever. This game still fucks. It's not surprising at all to me that kid me was obsessed with this shit. Alright. Oh my god, look at this! I don't care that this is timed, man. This rules. Oh, man. I always, ever since I was a kid, I was hoping for them to do another Hot Wheels game in the style of this thing here. But of course that never happened, and the more time passed, the more unlikely it got. That spider jumping around, man. So cool. This is just badass. I don't even care. What am I? Oh god. Oh jeez. Okay. And this goddamn spider is so cool though. It's so funny that they chose pirates as a theming for their racing game. And the reason why I really like this pirate theming actually is because there's so much aquatic shit. Pirates. This is a cave that's underwater. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Immediately a bit of an underwater section. Fuck yes. In general, all these glass floor racetracks are super dope.
And the big corkscrew through the ring.
I really don't care much for the pirate theming, but what they do with this is so cool. This is super. This just looks really good. It's like a modern Ridge Racer. If Ridge Racer was on steroids. Yeah, this is not a stunt challenge, man. This is nonsense. This is actual nonsense. I remember one of my favorite things to do with those Hot Wheels cars was actually going outside and then throwing them against rocks. And then pretending the scratches and dents were battle scars from their previous adventures or something. I was a very special kid. Oh boy, this is actually a bit of a trickier. Yeah, this is actually a bit tricky. Oh my god. Oh, criminy. Here we go. I don't know about that. Bummer. Monsters of the freaking deep, dog. Yes, we're starting underwater. Yeah, I vividly remember this track in particular. I definitely played this one a ton in like single race mode or whatever. Because it goes underwater a ton. And that freaking rules. With a shark going on. Oh man. Yeah, here we go, the Tiki theme. The I guess vaguely cultural appropriation section. And again, and even as a kid, I thought this was the least interesting theming. I mean, okay, sure. The giant alligator snout over here is dope as fuck. I give him that. Oh! That was kind of cool. I wish the NPC died though. That would have been cooler. I cannot get past these bombs. Oh god. Wow! Imagine, like, buying a ticket to sit in a stadium to watch shit like this happen. Just like a lone madman driving over a floating track above like a bottomless abyss. What the fuck? Oh, this snake shit is actually dope. Like, there's so much about this game that I would love to explore more. I want a sequel so bad. I know this was just made to be like one of many generic Hot Wheels games, but this one's like sticks out to me so much with so many interesting details and design choices. Yeah, this one I remember very vividly with the mushroom jumping. This is really taking me back, man. So many like late nights in my childhood bedroom spent with this dumb nonsense. Hunting high scores and whatever. Oh, the Venus flytraps. Oh man, way too underused. They should have shown up much more. Maybe show up in the final racetrack as well. Yeah, not gonna lie, this, I guess, stunt challenge, although there's not much stunting going on here, this actually really fucked. This was fun. Alright. Yeah, okay, I got it, buddy. Oh! That's a huge skater for such a relatively small cave. Well, that rules. Oh shit. Oh, this is going well. I'm first place. Is that Tiki statue holding like marshmallows? What the hell? This is the Rainbow Road of Hot Wheels Stunt Track Challenge, isn't it? With no like walls to the side of the track. Oh gosh. That sucked. Yeah. I think I remembered right when with this one being a bit trickier. Oh gosh. Oh, that was beautiful, man. Straight through those bombs. Let's fucking go. Boost to get to that shortcut. Yeah. Yeah, not here though. Is that a UFO? Did I just see a UFO in the background? I swear I saw something. The fuck? That, what the fuck was that? It's a ball? Okay, well. Oh yeah, I remember this shit. I remember having trouble with this race in a playthrough as a kid. I don't know if that's gonna happen again here now. I think I'm gonna be fine, but I do vividly remember struggling with this race for some reason.
Well, looks like the volcano has blown its top.
Oh, there is another environment. Hold on, what the fuck?
You'd better be prepared for one fiery ride, because that is one mean mountain up there.
But I thought the space one was the final one. I remember this fucking shit. Oh god, I have bad memories of this. What am I doing here? Crashing into the barrels on purpose? I don't remember why, but I remember hating this challenge for some reason. I don't know why. Something about this just sucked. I mean, it's not very interesting anyway. Oh gosh. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, whatever. Okay. I guess there might be reason to hate this challenge after all. Fucking hell. I'm having the same exact score. The same exact score. Yeah, okay, I think I remember now why I hated this in the past. This fucking blows. Okay, here we 700. I think that gets me on like 3rd place, bronze spot. Yeah, I said before that this game seems to... Whoa. What was that? Was that a dragon? I was about to say... I was about to rant about how bland this track design seems. Never mind. Is that a lava-spitting iguana? What the fuck? I'm not gonna lie, this top-down view stuff isn't even the worst. Like, bird's eye view racing is tough to do well. And this is actually quite decent. And I mean, they put some effort in the level design with these. Volcano Battle. Is this even a race? What the fuck? This is the final event. You're almost finished. Go for the win! Oh, the dragon is back, so we do get a better look at that model. That's cool. I don't remember that dragon at all. It's weird. But where's the rest of the pack? Oh, there's definitely rubber banding going on. There's no way I would have like caught up to these motherfuckers if there was no rubber banding. Which is not like surprising for this game, but it wasn't like that noticeable yet. Well, that's it. That's the game. That was the last race in this campaign. So get me my silver medal, and let's call it a night. Ever since writing this bit, I can't get the phrase "sink your pink in my ink" out of my brain. I don't know what that means, but it's stuck there now. Anyway, there's this IndyCart game developed by One-Legged Seagull, simply titled Super IndyCarts, a long-running project that aims to bring a highly polished Mario Kart experience with a roster of indie game characters. It's a fantastic, colorful and energetic racing game that I highly recommend, despite it officially still being in early access, which is something I usually try to avoid myself. But there's already a ton of good content in there, and given the devs' very active development updates, I'm pretty confident it will be complete someday. Anyway, since this thing has been in production for 11 years, a lot of the characters are based on indie games that are in themselves quite old by now. Part of the charm of this game for me was actually learning through playing it about all these other older, somewhat forgotten indie games, and I have since purchased and played a couple of them. One of the characters in Super IndyCarts is this blank white square that zooms around the track instead of driving a vehicle. There's also a racetrack attached to this character that is all blank until you touch its walls and uncover the track bit by bit through that. A pretty original concept. Seeing that, I got very interested in the origins of this character and eventually got my hands on Ink, a tricky platformer where you control this white square character as you make your way through blank stages by revealing the environment bit by bit. The game feel is very close to Super Meat Boy, which makes sense as Ink apparently was originally a Super Meat Boy fan game, and Team Meat are even mentioned in the credits, presumably having helped the development to some degree. So if you have played Super Meat Boy before, which I myself have only played after Ink, this game basically functions like a spin-off of that with an additional visual gimmick. I loved playing through Ink. It's a charmingly simple, very focused platformer with a good challenge and a fun gimmick that doesn't overstay its welcome due to its relatively short playthrough time. I think there's a lot more potential in the concept of revealing your environment by touch, and the developer Zach Bell has been teasing a bit at a potential sequel that I would love to see, but unfortunately there's nothing concrete about that project yet. For now, I still recommend both Ink and by extension Super Indie Cards to anyone who wants to play some high quality lesser known games. If you have spent your time with Super Meat Boy, that all-time classic in the difficult platformer genre, I do think you would get a kick out of Ink as well if you haven't heard of it before. But to anyone who does like platformers, this is a general recommendation. I had a great time with this game and I would love to help keep Ink from being forgotten. Oh, there's wall jumping, alright. You double jump with an extra splash of color. That's dope, actually. So as you can see, the level is not actually like visible until you touch the walls and squirt it all up. And I'm really curious what it does with this idea. See, I was already goofed by this bottomless pit that I did not expect. Oh, hold on. The exit is not open. Do I have to kill these or something? Oh, okay. Sure. That adds some variety. This is like one of the cornerstones of indie game development, just adding simple but effective innovation, new ideas that don't have to like go over the top and blow the game with unnecessary things, but just with a small touch of something new, create like a completely fresh experience. And that's what like small little indie games kinda do best. Also shout out to video games that have like blank squares be the main character. Big fan of those. Okay, this game is officially getting tricky now. Here we go. Oh yeah, no! Oh my god, I cannot believe I died in the last pit of all things. I do really like games that like mess with your perspective. Like even like taking away visuals from you does that in a way. Because you're staring at a blank page until you move in this game, right? So without any reference points of where shit is, your perspective is fucked. It's an interesting way to mess with your coordination. Yeah, I think this is doing that in a pretty interesting way. Not like the most mind-blowing or innovative way, but like just clever enough. Oh, spikes. Projectiles and spikes? Fuck off. Oh, that sucks. That actually sucks. I think I'm gonna be sitting on this level for a bit. Actually. Oh! Yo! It was close as fuck. There was a bit of luck involved there, but that was nice. Oh! Yes, nice. What? Jesus Christ. Uh-huh. Okay. I don't think I wanna jump through this open space of projectiles. Or maybe I do, actually. That was masterful. Isn't this the same setup? Wait, what? Is this... No, okay, it is different. Fuck! fuck off! This is fucked up. Jesus Christ. A triangle. How am I gonna attack this one? Oh. Okay. Lure it in the spikes. Got it. Am I supposed to jump on him when he's... Oh. Like, he's a triangle. I didn't even think I was supposed to touch that, dude. There we go. That's the ticket. That's the ticket. That's the speedrun strat. That was beautiful. Now that I think about it, this game was probably inspired by Super Meat Boy in more ways than I figured, right? Because Super Meat Boy had the whole thing where you left bloody stains wherever you died as well. I bet the developer like played that and thought, hey, what about, how cool would it be if like the blood that you leave in Super Meat Boy is the only way to see the level? Oh, fuck off! Oh, I survived that. That's huge! That's huge! Let me get that. Please! Oh, let's fucking go. Fuck off. These fucking projectiles. Oh my god. It's like the birds in Ninja Gaiden all over again. Oh, frick. Come on. Oh no, I missed it. Fuck. I had it. That's a good one. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Hi! You fuck! I had them all. I just had to survive and get to the exit. This level is fucked up. What the hell? I've spent so much time on this. Oh my god. Oh my god, and all of a sudden I just do it. After so many years, I just do it. Oh god. Oh my god. What is this nonsense? Get the fuck out of here with this. Oh, the goddamn cube killed me. I can't believe this. Oh my fucking god, that was smooth. Get out of here. That was actually really good. 5 keys, 2 projectiles. But you get much more room to move through. Okay. First key. Second key. I actually kind of like this setup. This idea. And yeah, that was a good level. I like that idea. Oh my fucking... I can't even tell where I am. Oh, fuck. Fuck! Holy shit, that was tight. Oh, fuck, what's this now? What? What? Oh god. I feel like this is the third alternative version of this level. Like, this beginning setup feels very familiar. I think that's literally just like a slightly altered version of what we had twice before in different levels. And I didn't really expect to have recognizable elements in this sort of game. Definitely a repeated level in an alternate form. Like, it got harder each time we've been here. Which is actually interesting. I didn't really expect that to be a thing in this game. Come on. Yes! I almost, like, killed myself there. Fucking hell. Actually, maybe this is good. Having this extra pillar between me. It might actually make it easier to fight. Fuck! That was it, man. I'm not 100% certain, but this might be the level I'm spending most time at. This is fucked up. Good day, Bo. Welcome to Technicolor hell. Oh, what? How did I get through that? I didn't even see my character. No, come the frick on, dude. Come on. Buddy, old pal. Old chap. Goddamn freaking freakazoid. No. Oh. Yeah. Where was my fucking double jump, dog? God damn it. Oh my god. Yeah, that's not... Oh, okay. I was about to say that's not happening, but... I guess we did make it through that. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, I'm going to fucking... piss my pants, man. I cannot fucking believe this. I am losing my mind. How did I do this? I went to this pillar to take a breather and then moved on to the right. That was the trick. That was the final puzzle piece that I should have tried long ago, actually. Yeah, this is it. This is so much easier. There we fucking go. Oh, and there's another boss fight, I guess. Oh, Jesus Christ. What is... Just jumping on him, okay. Oh god. Jesus Christ. This guy sucks, man. And how many hits does he take? Oh my god. You need to get out of that corner. Dude. Oh, 4 hits, of course. I've heard bad things about you. Defeat the third boss. This has gotta be it. This has gotta be it. Okay, thank God, man. Jesus Christ. That was rough. The past couple levels. But decent length for this type of game. I have no complaints, honestly. It did not overstay its welcome yet. But it did have, like, plenty of content. We are almost through the halfway point of this video, and it's time for an intermission. This is the moment where I invite you to take a leak if you need to, or stock up on your drinks and snacks. Make sure you're good to go, like I am doing right now. For this intermission, here's an honorable mention of a game that stuck with me for an unusual reason. Starting in 2024 and into 2025, I experimented with different birdwatch cameras in my streams. Mainly, I was capturing the pigeons visiting me on my windowsill. Come on, poop for us. Come on, poop on someone down there, please. Occasionally coming inside for a chill hangout and chat. You seeing the shit, pigeon?
Are you watching this?
Wish me good luck, Pidgey. Special shout out here to my favorite homie Bright Eyes. And this especially ballsy freak bird. But we also watched magpies build a nest throughout spring. Oh! Magpie, magpie. Look at them! Look at them! Look at that stick! Although they were eventually harassed and spooked out by crows, who then in turn decided to build their own nest one tree over. I live in the middle of a stinky city, but I love critters, and so I appreciate every bit of fauna that inhabits these concrete jungles. It was always a joy to capture an exciting moment of pigeon tomfoolery, and seeing the whole magpie and crow nest building process day in and day out was a real privilege. But nothing beat seeing the crow fledglings spawn and grow up while playing Need for Speed ProStreet. Now, before coming back to the birds, the clear highlight of this section, let me blabber on about this video game for this video game video real quick. When I was a teenager, I had my obligatory copy of Need for Speed Underground on the PS2, and it became one of my earliest, more extensive racing games that I played through all the way to the end. I really cherished that experience, and when Need for Speed ProStreet was announced, I was very excited for it, anticipating the release with much hype. Though when I finally got my PS2 copy of Need for Speed ProStreet, I remember dropping it very quickly without ever finishing it. At that point in my life, I wanted more of the dangerous and edgy street racing, and the semi-professional setting of ProStreet put me off. Didn't help that the early environment is the blandest yellow-brown desert shit one could imagine. As the older I got and the less I cared about street racing and actually wanted more racing games where I do not have random NPC cars jump into my way and being annoying, this actually became the Need for Speed game that I saw as more interesting than what I wanted as a kid. Especially because it actually in hindsight marks such a strange point in the Need for Speed franchise where they actively tried to move on from the illegal street racing to a more professional environment while still keeping that young and hip and trendy, like somewhat edgy aesthetic going. So for these reasons, Need for Speed ProStreet became more and more a game that I was curious to revisit and give it a proper second chance. So I got it running on my PC in 2025 and went at that again. Now, the playthrough itself had its own highlights and lowlights. The game is competent and delivers quite a lot of variety with its different events and interesting campaign structure. I love the section shootout races where you have to conquer individual parts of a track by getting the best time between checkpoints, marking it as your territory. I didn't care at all, however, for the wheelie competitions, which I avoided throughout the entire campaign until the final stretch forced me to waste money on a car that was even able to compete for like 1 or 2 races. That shit sucked ass. Another highlight though was that the game included, lo and behold, more than just the horribly bland desert environment. For the longest time, because I didn't remember seeing anything else in my childhood time with this game, I expected this entire video game to be on these remote pieces of road in this insanely boring desert. So I was genuinely excited when we eventually moved to Japanese harbor docks and even the German Autobahn, which was fun as hell to see. Okay, this has some Autobahn vibes, not gonna lie. That was an Autobahn sign! Hold the phone, this is supposed to be German streets. Oh my god. Yeah, there was Hamburg on the sign, did you see that? Yo! There was actual Hamburg and other German cities on the Autobahn sign. Hamburg Wedding Zentrum, Messenger, this rules. What? That fucking rules. The game redeemed itself big time from my underwhelmed memories, though it is still an absolute mystery to me why you'd pick the most miserable environment for the first impression of the game. At least later on with the high-speed races, the high-speed events, whatever they were called, the long stretches through the desert became a bit more thematically fitting and interesting, but other than that, I could not care less about the goddamn desert in this game. The game also manages to create an impeccable sense of speed with the aforementioned high-speed events especially, even if after a while I would have preferred to be able to turn off the screen shake. Oh well. Another lowlight, however, that drew itself throughout the entire game and dragged out my playthrough way past the average beat time according to howlongtobeat.com. I sucked at the game, and I had a real tough time with a lot of the races. It took me until the latter third or so of the game until I realized with the help of a viewer on my stream that I was unknowingly playing on hardest difficulty the whole time. At the beginning it asks you about accessibility options, or rather assist features that I took in as accessibility options, and I declined to take them. Assist features are not something that I usually care for in my racing games, so I naturally went with the raw experience or whatever the heck. What I didn't realize, because the game didn't communicate that part, is that also raised the difficulty of NPC drivers, etc. It wasn't just about these assist features. Would I have known that from the get-go, I probably wouldn't have chosen that harder difficulty, because some of the challenges later on were pretty insane to me, and I was always in need for more money to upgrade my cars to a level that they were even able to compete. It ended up being more frustrating than it needed to be, but that aside, this is a genuinely great title in the franchise, and I do recommend it for anyone curious about it. It is a bit of a bummer that this is one of the Need for Speed games that are not readily available on some modern game store, but if you Google around, you pretty quickly find that there's a very dedicated group of people that have revived all sorts of unlisted Need for Speed games that you can't get otherwise now. So I recommend doing that if this is something that interests you. Anyway, the real highlight, of course, was the crow nest that we watched throughout basically entirety of this long playthrough of Need for Speed ProStreet. We saw the baby crow, we saw the fledgling sit in its nest and being fed by the parents every now and then each day, waiting for the day that the fledgling had to leave the nest and take its first flight. And we were lucky enough to witness it live as it happened while I was doing one of my stupid Need for Speed ProStreet streams. Where's that fledgling? Wait, wait! The fledgling is on the fucking... Hold on. The fledglings are in the nest, but on the fucking tree? That's huge! What the fuck? That's the furthest that bird has, like, went. I did not see this until now. That's huge! Come on, man. Do some wing flaps, guy. I don't even want to go back to the game now. I don't want to miss this. Shit. After all we've seen, though, like this entire year, the past 6 months, we've seen the whole saga unfold. This is like the finale of it all. This crow needs a memoir. It's getting its biopic movie here with these streams. I mean, there's no going back now. Even if that fledgling wants to go back to the nest, it has to fly, at least somewhat. I don't see it like just hopping branch to branch up there again. That dude sealed its fate. Wow. I can't believe I couldn't even get past that first turn. Wait, the crow is gone? Hold on. No, I didn't notice this. And the camera died. I didn't see this either. What the fuck? He was there a second ago. He was there when I started this race. I'm gonna reactivate crow cam, and I'm also gonna see if I can find where the fuck he went. I kinda doubt he went far. Oh, I think I see him. Holy shit, I need to exchange this camera. I think I see him lower on the tree. So he seems to be exploring the tree line. I can't really follow him that well now. I don't know if that... I'm assuming that's him? And not one of his parents? I'm not sure. Parents are active. Parents are with... They're all three of them are in the trees now. Parents are active as well. So it seems all under control. I think that's the youngling. Exploring the trees. And the parents are around. So not to worry, I guess. This is scary though. This is horrible. I'm hand holding this fucking thing. I should probably also... I forgot I was still in that gaming mode, sorry about that. He traveled far from that nest, like 2 trees further. Like, it's quite something. I'm honestly not sure how I'm gonna continue the stream with this. Crow kid got scared by somebody walking by and flew away. So that's good. That's good. That was the right reaction. But the crow is now not in my view anymore. It's left the tree line. So I think that's the end of the crow cam. I think that's literally it. It's over. The crow cam is over. There's no nest to watch now. I mean, the nest is still there, but there's nothing gonna happen anymore. The fledgling has left the nest. This chapter is closed. The nest is done. Which we have seen from the very beginning, from building to fledgling leaving it. That which is kinda huge. That is kinda awesome. It looks like the Crow family is now out exploring the neighborhood. So I don't think they have any reason to go back to the nest now. But I mean, might as well keep it around for the rest of the day in case they do come back for some reason. That was wild. I probably didn't do a great job of capturing all of that. But, you know, I tried. I tried. That was that. That was that was a crow fledgling leaving the nest for the first time in the middle of a stinky, stupid Need for Speed ProStreet game stream. It's oh my god. And this is why Need for Speed ProStreet became one of my favorite playthroughs of 2025. One of my favorite games of all time is Grounded. Being a survival game based on a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids premise, where you try to live day by day as a bug-sized person in a treacherous environment of a backyard, was for me a dream concept come true, and I spent countless hours with that game. First in a lengthy pre-release beta version on my own, and then later as a proper playthrough of the completed game in co-op mode with my friend Lala. Unfortunately, I don't have any good footage of us playing that game to show here. All I got is this crunchy clip of me meeting a stink bug in the pre-release beta version. And this stupid moment when we build a huge staircase to climb over the edge of the map and fall into a bottomless abyss. Not the best representations of Grounded. Anyway, after a whole ass 150 hours of playing that game, my fucking god. We eventually exhausted its world and started looking for a new adventure. Smalland appeared as obviously inspired by Grounded and trying to expand that specific setting with its own ideas. We had some doubts about it holding a candle to Grounded, but were determined to give it a shot when it released. Obviously it succeeded our expectations, or else I wouldn't be talking about it now, but Smalland isn't as pretty and polished as Grounded. But the occasional jank honestly was sometimes charming in its own right. Most importantly though, it didn't take away from the additions that the developers made to the bug-sized survival genre. Smalland's setting is one of tiny fairy creatures roaming the woods, using nature's elements for their fantasy crafts and even taming the wild beasts. Grounded eventually added a pet mechanic, but it was functionally very limited. In Smalland, you could straight up mount your animal companions and use them to roam around the map and build a whole party of battle support. It was a big focus of this game compared to Grounded, and probably one of the biggest points that made Smalland so unique. The other one being the creature variety, as this game is not limited to bugs only like Grounded was. In Smalland there are things like frogs, rats, lizards, and even the occasional bird thrown into the mix to mess you up even more. It was exciting to see coming from Grounded. But even vertebrates aside, the bug collection in this game also held one highlight that Grounded was too afraid to commit to. Smalland has free roaming cockroaches, and you better believe your stinky gamer ass. I was excited when I encountered them near the sewer pipes, acquired an egg from a worthy foe, and was able to hatch it for my own trusty roach companion. My baby, my baby, my baby. Game of the year right here, folks. But even aside from the roaches, finding a rat later on, which is like a scary enemy type to first encounter in a game like this.
Nein.
Eine Maus! Was?
Eine Maus!
But then being able to harvest an embryo or an egg from that thing to hatch for yourself, and then being able to roam the woods on your big ass rat. That was some killer fucking gameplay, dog. Though to be fair, bringing that rat companion into fights in a lot of the cramped spaces of, the fantasy creatures' buildings and all did lead to some problems, as that big-ass fluffy booty truly did not fit in a lot of those places, which honestly led to a lot of chuckles and some frustration, but it was worth it still. Aside from animal interaction, you also have a couple different clans spread around the map to visit, who grant you unique things if you decide to commit to their tasks. It's a pretty interesting idea. And so you explore these woodlands, fulfill quest after quest, and eventually reveal the biggest secret of this world's lore. At this point, I'm gonna have to give you a mild spoiler warning, because this information is something that surely enhances your own playthrough if you don't know about it beforehand. But I have a feeling there's a pretty good chance people already figured this out before picking up this game. And also, it's not like super consequential to the actual gameplay of it. Either way, you've been warned. So, later on, as you reach new bits of the open world map, you eventually unravel that the game is set after some sort of apocalyptic event, as you find more and more destroyed human structures, and even the occasional spooky skeleton. That's a fun spin to the world building, and I certainly enjoyed my skeleton crotch pad when I set up camp in an abandoned tent where somebody apparently died in. It's honestly a miracle I stuck with this sort of survival genre for so long, twice now, because this is not usually the kind of game I care to play. Sure, I enjoy the exploration part, but when it comes to base building, resource gathering and crafting, I'm usually not at all interested. I find these things very tedious in the best of cases. And as you can see, for example, when you compare my chaotic base setup and my friend's very organized one, it makes it very clear that this is not truly something that I put my heart into. It really all purely hinged on the setting that tickles my bug brain in the best way that made me endure these mechanics. Now, usually we'd be hitting the point here where I would transition to a summarized edit of my playthrough, but since I played this with my local friend and we were both just yapping German the whole time.
Naja, ich bin im Smalland-Menü jetzt. Yippie!
Lass mich in Ruhe, Mann, ich hatte schon mit euch in Brownout so ein Problem. Hier, da kriegst du einen auf die Nuss, der gnomt dich kaputt.
There's not much value here for an English language video. Plus, I'm not super keen to go through 45 hours of footage and try to compress them into a 10 to 15 minute compilation with added subtitles even. With that, I'm gonna leave it at this extended voiceover bit and hope that I have shown you enough to represent the game well.
Face painted blood, a heart full of bugs, all born to die, and the world is a fun. Mark of Cain in the brain's gone, being the sin that's glued to her. Never felt so numb, abuse with the moon's mouth, suicide guts. Life gets no fun, no love. Need cash, you tragic, overrated. Devil girl, they call her Devil Girl.
The racing game genre is one of the most pure genres I can think of, where the aim is so basic and intuitive that it's perfect to get in without much thinking and fall into a flow state very quickly. It's Tetris on wheels, and I love it for that. Sure, there are tons of racing games with very intricate and detailed mechanics or inventive gimmicks, but I believe as far as an entire genre goes, it might be the most static collection of games, and I don't take that as a bad thing at all. Innovation in gameplay, not realism simulation, doesn't happen too often because it's not really needed. You just want a car that feels good and environments that look good. That's really all it needs. But when a developer nails a new idea that makes such a well-established genre feel like a brand new experience, it's kinda magical. And here's Intertial Drift. The main calling card for this game is its twin-stick control scheme for the cars. One stick alone, as you'd use in a regular racing game to steer the vehicle, is not gonna get you around the corners. What you need is both sticks working independently to skew and turn the vehicle as you steer, which requires you to master an additional layer to the movement of your car. It genuinely sort of feels like going from a 2D Mario to a 3D Mario, but as a car. It made me feel like I was playing a racing game for the very first time, and it was exciting to be able to experience that again. And once you get the hang of the unique concept, it's very engaging and satisfying. Add to that the fact that the cars in this game feel so different from each other and how they behave to your input, much more than I've probably ever seen in another racing game. And you get a smorgasbord of racing challenges at your fingertips. Not to mention the actual story mode with different race types and the DLC campaign that goes balls to walls with the difficulty, at least in my honest opinion. I have played a lot of racing games in my time, and this is one of the most memorable ones. Especially to fellow racing game enthusiasts, this is the game I most likely recommend because it shakes up the tried and true formula so well with a single, debatably minimal change. My only complaint would be that, despite this game obviously being heavily inspired by Initial Drift, it is seriously lacking in the appropriate Eurobeat soundtrack. The DLC tried to remedy that a bit after people begged enough, but I'm very much hoping for a sequel with a harder soundtrack. Even if it's just new racetracks and another campaign, I'd be very happy. These are definitely the developers that I'm gonna keep an eye out for. To accelerate, hold the right trigger, of course. So remember, whoa, oh my god, the actual regular steering of the left joystick is garbage, is actually unusable. This is the max turning. You are genuinely, okay, the right stick controls your drift angle. Yeah, you have to genuinely, you're forced to use the drift, otherwise you would not get across any turns. That's actually very interesting. So you have to use both sticks to turn. Oh my god, that is actually so interesting. I don't know if I can describe this correctly, but yeah, of course you could also, you know, the left joystick in one direction and the right joystick in another direction to like change your drift angle, as it said. Yeah, that's actually kind of fascinating. It will take some getting used to, that's for sure, but yeah, that is unique as fuck. Oh, I would have loved to do some more training, but that's fine. It's unique, but simple. You know what I mean? And that's the best kind of fresh ideas. Not bad for your first run, a few more laps and you have the basics down. This is only the beginning though. Every car is different, requires its own special techniques. Interesting. Alright, let's check out the story mode here. Let's get into this. The Grand Prix takes place over multiple tracks, right? Why don't we all go on a road trip together to check each of them out? Oh, is this gonna be road trip storyline? That's fun. That way we can practice and still get to drive together. You don't see racing games too much with like a proper story, do you? I guess maybe like a loosely based stuff, like Need for Speed games. Look at these stats difference, Jesus Christ. Oh, difficulty is one of them. This is basically a difficulty choice, I get it. I'll be honest, Milk Boy has the ugliest car anyway. I don't know if I'm ready for a hard though. For hard difficulty immediately. So I'm probably actually gonna go with Ada and her Coda Gecko. Practice, ghost battle, race. Interesting. Let's try this. Let's see how I... Oh god, running start? Shit. Bro. Already very intimidating. Oh god. It's crazy how, like, genuinely the turn without a drift is unusable. It's so put to the max. Like, it's not even like turning. If you don't drift, this is all you can do. Oh gosh, okay. Let's actually... Oh my god, yeah, this is... Having to use both joysticks is truly... That's a new skill to learn, to master, for sure. That is so unlike any racing game I've ever played in my life. Reinventing the wheel, I feel, you could say, which is kind of fun. I do like the structure of doing... Oh, there's no collision. Oh yeah, they did talk... Right, I did talk about some like phase shift anti-collision technology. So I really like that. I have a big knack for racing games without collision, actually. That's really nice. Oh yeah, I like the structure of doing ghost challenges first and then a proper race afterwards with rising difficulty. I hope they do that for, you know, all, if not, like most, if not all of the coming races throughout the game. I do like that structure. Ghost Battle, Duel, and Race. Okay, so it's not always like Ghost Race. It's gonna be different challenge types. This is, ironically, this is giving me hard Gran Turismo 1 vibes on a PlayStation 1, the original. I think Gran Turismo is more known for like actual like race tracks for the most part, but they did have a couple city tracks as well, and I remember spending a lot of time cleaning those out, and they looked very similar to this, of course, because both games are set in Japan. So yeah, I'm actually scared of like the coming tracks on those windy mountain roads. That's actually gonna be super difficult for me. It's fascinating. It's a completely different difficulty type than other racing games. It's interesting that you can see on the bottom exactly how much pressure I'm putting on the joystick. The bottom lines, it was not bad at all. Not bad at all. Need to brake, that was okay. Got overtaken though. Oh, that was... Yep. Not complaining about that turn. This might be it. I think this is gonna be it. Huh. It's different from the last track. You have to slow down for some of the corners. Truth. Truth. If I brake like Rico, I slow down way too much and he disappears. Shouldn't be too set up about it. He drives this track all the time. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really looking at the ghosts and trying to copy their moves or whatever. I'm still like mostly that just feeling it out for myself. So what exactly does this dual race type mean now? Or am I just supposed to keep up? Not going to go easy on you, only you can do this. There's a score meter. Oh, I guess you just have to keep up and lead for long enough. While you're in the lead, you get points. Interesting. That is also a race type I don't think I've seen before. Yeah, I'm loving this game right now. This is cool. I'm glad I picked this up. It's probably been on my backlog for quite a while now as well. But this seems like a quality racing game. Some really, really fresh ideas. I love it. There it is. Yeah, that was fun. That was cool. Oh, that was fucking good, dog. Holy crap. That was so good. I can't... I keep losing it at that tunnel and exit. That's really getting to me. Oh, okay. I might have figured out like I might have had a breakthrough on that tunnel exit. But okay. Let me enjoy these snowy hills. Yeah, okay, this road is... It is, again, this is gonna be more about the detail. Really honing in the balance of the 4 buttons. The 4 buttons that manipulate your car. I'm doing some real gamer speak right here. Oh shit. But yeah, I think this is not really gonna be about just pressing the buttons. It's gonna be truly about the nuances and how much you press them, how far. It's gonna be about the dynamic pushes, dynamic input. This is a narrow road. There's a castle up here? Shut the fuck up. What? Are we still in Japan? I know Japan has a lot of castles. And I'm not an expert. But this does look a bit more like a European castle than an Asian one. What the fuck is this castle? Alright, style, race, type. Probably not one that I'm gonna love. I'm never into that sort of thing in a racing game. I just wanna be time hunting, basically. So drift as much as possible, eh? Kind of funny since you literally cannot turn without drifting, so... Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be great at these. This is my kryptonite, this sort of thing. Motherfucker drifting on a straight. I would never. Oh, fuck off. Oh. Platinum? Shut the fuck up. How did I get platinum? You need to write music? I do need to write music. I'm still waiting for this to go full Eurobeat soundtrack like Initial D. But it's not happening yet. I'm doing fucking ass. How do I reach this guy? Oh, that was awful. There was a chance and I completely ruined it, I think. I'm really bad at these. Completely fucked. Jesus Christ. 0 to 1,000. Did that... How is the next track unlocked even though I lost? Was that a scripted loss? That's interesting. Or does it not matter? Like, ever? I'm a bit confused. This seems like a tough race, though. Like, a genuine difficulty spike. Or maybe I just suck, but I just cannot catch up to this guy. It does feel like they, you know, presented you consciously with a super tough challenge, but then gave you the out of moving on without it, without winning it. To be fair though, I could see myself going back to this after, like, having finished the story or whatever, and really, like, practicing it. I mean, okay, I am improving. I just need to keep at it. So there's hope. Oh, this section again. Yeah, this section is my kryptonite. Okay, I am catching up with this guy again. So that's becoming more consistent. But then I'm gonna be losing it right here. 1 point. Nice. I am not getting through these tight turns without losing my entire momentum. Oh. 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 Come on, get the counter started. Fuck off. There we go. That's a personal new record. 13 points. And I'm gonna lose the lead now. Yeah, I cannot get past these turns. Oh my fucking god. 17 points. There we go. Yeah, I don't... Okay. No, that was my last attempt for today. Jesus Christ. Alright, let me take a peek at Sunset Sea Circuit. You in for a windy treat? Don't. I hope you're not implying there's like wind resistance or something. I would give up then and there. No, there's an air wind, left, right. The snake line stuff. Alright. Oh, windy! Ah, got it now. Fuck. Well, considering how well I did on the snake lines in the previous track, we all know how this one is gonna go for me then. I think it's too late in the day for me. And I believe this is truly gonna need some practice. Oh gosh. Yeah. This game is truly ramping up quick in difficulty, I think. Yeah, this is gonna be very rough for me. Oh no. This ain't Ridge Racer, that's for sure. Actually, yeah, I feel like taking the drift-focused control scheme, comparing Ridge Racer and this game is like polar opposites. That's actually interesting thought. Like when you do a drift in Ridge Racer, you are glued to a specific line on the road, basically. Very different from here, where you're really in charge of every single element of the drift, basically. But this different. Riku's car has really good acceleration. It will help him in all the low speed corners here. Come on. Oh yeah, right, the long shallow turn, that acceleration isn't doing anything for them here. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That's my spot to shine on the track then. And they're gonna take over on these again. Fuck me, man. Wait, what? How did I do so terribly and yet somehow they did worse? What the hell? I'm genuinely baffled right now. How is that possible? Yeah, I'm doing worse on this second lap than I did on my first. I completely fucked up. This was supposed to be the moment for me to grab the lead. I was about to say I might have thrown this duel. That was awful. It's interesting though that they let you progress to the next race despite failing. Again, I'm doing much worse in the second. Wow, that was actually really good. What the fuck? Still, I'm doing much worse in the second lap than I did in the first, which is undoubtedly a bummer. Alright, that was not bad at all. There we go. Alrighty. And I guess my second lap time would have gotten me the gold on a time trial. What does the endurance race actually entail? What is this? 1500 distance in a certain amount of time? You know what? I don't hate that concept. That's actually fine with me. I'll take that honestly over a style race. I'll take this gladly over that. This track looks mean as fuck though, Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay, yeah, it seems like this is the final track for the story. I remember there was stuff that I wanted to go back to clean up, and I might do that first. And here we are with the duel. I guess I'll give it a shot right now since I've gotten some more practice. I mean, the way that he is like building up distance immediately, it seems to me like he just has high acceleration, which is perfect for the tight snake lines because he can make up for braking much quicker than I can by building up speed quicker. So I cannot manage to overtake him until it's too late, and then right after it comes the part where he basically seems to be his car is better equipped for that. Come on. Get them points before he takes advantage of this section again. Come on. Yes, okay, I got more points right now. If I can keep this up, I'm Gucci. He's very close. I can see him in my mirror. This might be it, unless you... Unless he overtakes me, this was a very good section for me. Unless he overtakes me now and really builds up distance. But I don't think he can make up enough points in the rest of this track, even if he would overtake me. I don't think... Okay, it seems like I actually fucking got this. Yeah. 350 points. Yeah, it's done. It's over. Hell fucking yes. There's another gold. Hell yeah. So now I'm forced to go to Mount Quirino, the final track that I'm dreading and I'm very scared of. And I think this is also the longest track. At least it looked like that from the schematic, the layout. Alright, time to learn the lay of the land. Already some nasty S-turns here. Oh my god. It's also so dark, it's really scary building up the speed on a like straight away. 5 minutes is the gold medal time. That's how long this track is. Holy crap. My god. I mean, this is getting into sort of rally territory here now with this section. Holy crap. Pagodas and everything. I do love how this like moves from this one track moves from section to section. Top of the mountain, forests with pagodas and shrine to the side of it, residential area. Now we're back to like the rich racing, the rich of the mountain. Are we actually gonna end up in the city or whatever? That would be kind of wild. Another. Oh, that's it. Platinum! Ghost battle and then a regular race. What even is the difference between that? I guess the ghost battle has a set time because the vehicle is a set recording of a driver. Will I see him in the review on this? Nope. On the straightaway I did not. Oh yeah, this scary part where you build up speed. Despite that. Okay, well there goes my momentum. Why the fuck is he right behind me? Holy shit. I think this is where the goal is, isn't it? Yeah. How the fuck did he catch up so hard? Because of my one crash there where I lost the momentum? Jesus Christ. And if this final race is going to be anywhere where like close to the dual race on the last track, that's going to be trouble. I think I didn't see it, but I think they messed up a bit there. I hate these little chicanes or whatever. Alright, that was good, that was nice, actually. You know, but that might have been the first time I got through that section cleanly. Tunnel here is like just like a moment to breathe, really. There's no challenge here, which is nice. Just take a second to calm. Oh, that was actually garbage. Fuck. That was the worst I've ever went through that. I misjudged this badly. This was more of a challenge than I thought. Am I really blasting this person so hard? Yeah, this is the end. This was even easier than the ghost battle. New record as well. Dude. Go ballistic. So much still to learn. Complete Ada story. Perfection is achieved 100% on the story mode. I 100% in Ada story. Hell yeah. I cannot believe I got all the challenges on this final track on the first try. Yeah, there's still lots for me to look at in this game. Lots to do. A super cool game. Definitely one of my favorite racing games in recent times. Who here does not enjoy a good piss? He who does not enjoy a good piss may throw the first stone. Listen, I am a filthy creature and I have a reputation for enjoying the concept of bodily fluids. I don't remember how I found out about this game with its blunt and daring title, but I'm sure when I stumbled over it, it didn't take much more for me to be interested. From what I know, this point-and-click adventure game was originally released as part of a limited-time bundle of adventure games through indie publisher Screen 7, who I don't even believe are still around these days, who reportedly donated part of the money made through the bundle to some charity that I could not define any further. There are only like bits and pieces of remnants of this floating around the internet. But I do know, later on, the developers allowed free downloads of the game, and ever since then it's been floating around the internet for people to play for free. You can find it right now on the Internet Archive, for example, or through this Dropbox link in a Rock Paper Shotgun article, which presumably comes from the developer himself. I'm not usually one for point-and-click adventure games, and I really just wanted to know what's behind the game's title, so I didn't expect to have a genuinely good time with this. But this game is a genuine product of effort and ambition. The story is set in an interesting fusion of fantasy and sci-fi, where you control an alcoholic mercenary who unravels her personal problems as she goes on a quest to chase down a dead client to the river Styx, as he took her promised pay with him into the underworld to pay for the ferry across the river. It is a wild concept and certainly not at all what I expected behind the title, Piss. Despite what the vulgar title might make you expect, there is genuineness in the writing and many of the characters feel fairly rounded with believable plights. I don't have much experience with this genre of game, so I don't have too much to compare this to. But maybe my general lack of interest in the point-and-click adventure game genre actually speaks for Piss in how it very much got me engaged in wanting to see the end of the story. Ben Chandler now works at Wadjet Eye Games, creating what seems to be more quality adventure games still to this day. But it seems to me like Piss is still a quality production that, given that you can download this thing for free anyway, is a worthwhile hidden gem that you should check out if you enjoy this type of game. I never play point-and-click games, not my kind of genre, but you know, with a title like this, you get me involved. And the visuals do. Oh, it literally starts with pissing. Ugh, morning. I love video games. There's nothing worse than waking up from the same bad dreams as ever, watching the last of your money pour out of you in a yellow stream, and remembering that the only reason you got to sleep at all last night was the amount you drank beforehand. But I slept, and even if I got woken up by the same dreams as ever, that's more than I can say for the 3 nights beforehand. Plus, I finished the first job I've had in months yesterday, and I'm due to be paid today. Wow, what a piss. How much did I drink last night? Fucking Christ. It's already screaming quality. The fuck? Myra. Jehal, I was wondering when you'd show up. Have you got my hang on a minute. I am dead, just as I knew I would be. Dead? I took care of everything you told me to do. It was only a matter of time before they got me. You were a distraction, a very useful one. But I knew they would get me eventually. I'm sorry, but the ferryman requires 2 gold coins and I do not fancy swimming with Styx. As much as you have earned your pay, I'm sorry to say I must take it with me to my grave. What, the big grand pay is 2 gold coins? You bastard, you knew this would happen. It was necessary to deceive you in order to ensure my well-being in the afterlife. Chasing someone into the afterlife to get those 2 coins? It's not the kind of story I've expected from a piss game. I'll get my money out of you, even if I have to dig you up and steal the gold coins from your corpse myself. I'm into this. Or do you become an enchanter? There's gonna be a lot of dialogue in this. Somebody just showed me how one day, and ever since I've been studying it. Can you teach me how to do it? Can we become an enchanter? Is that actually gonna be a thing? It really isn't something that can be figured out by meditation or discussion. To properly grasp the nature of the enchantment, one must feel the world around them as it really is. Gotta look through the matrix. Here, let me show you. She looks at me, gazing into my eyes. I feel the world around me slow to a crawl, so lethargic is time now that even blinking is a lumbering, hefty motion. My eyes focused properly for the first time ever and allowed me to see the whole world around me as it truly is. I could see billions of tiny particles flying, humming, bouncing all around me. The stones, the plants, the people all were made of these tiny specks. Even the air around me was full, absolutely swarming, teeming with these things. What a moments ago seemed like a relatively peaceful street was now a chaotic scene filled with motion. Even the gentle breeze against my face was now a mass of particles relentlessly pounding against me. If there were words for it, someone would have written it down, and everyone would be able to know it. I like the writing here, it's pretty good. But they aren't, so it has to be sensed with all of your mind. I guess you're right, I really can't think of a way to describe that. Well, the narrator found a way. This is the first character we get to talk to, and there's already a lot of dialogue. This is gonna take up the bulk of the game, isn't it? Hello, Abby. No way you have a game called Piss? Hey, you know me, man. You know me. If I see some shit like that, I'm hunting it down. But I can't tell you're an assassin like me, lass. Ha, me an assassin? I'm a mercenary. I'm sorry to say. Not fancy enough to be an assassin. I'm just a regular soldier who'll fight for coins. Oh, I can guess from just looking at you that you're a whore desperate for a client. Allow me to save you the embarrassment of having to ask by stating that I'd never be interested in the service of such an unattractive wench as yourself. Goodness gracious. I do want to antagonize this guy. I guess from just looking at you that you're incredibly stupid. Thankfully, you saved me the embarrassment of asking whether this was true by proving it when you began to speak. Burn! What can you see? In a crack around the edge of the ritual circle in the square, something shiny. Hold on, give me that again. Somebody blowing glass, looks like they are making a vase. Oh, it's actually different things. So what was that? In a crack around the edge of the ritual circle, there's something shiny. That seems like a hint to find an object. Need anything? Yeah, somebody just left a bag of something over by a grave in a graveyard. Okay. Looks like a drop-off for something suspicious. You want to go check it out? Sure. Guess that's a quest. I need to check the mortuary. Mortuary tours are 5 coppers. Children are free. Get in for free. I don't want your tour. I just need to check if a body is inside. Nevertheless, the fee is 5 coppers. What about... Oh, there's the bag. I just remember that's what I was here for. Open the bag. Leave the bag alone. Let's open it. What the fuck? Inside the bag there is a large quantity of purple leaves and a folded up note. Read the note. The notes say, here's the brawly if you want it. Price has changed, so there's a little bag. See you next week. There's a copper coin folded up inside it. 1 copper coin. What did you find? There was a note inside that talked about something called braw leaf and a bunch of folded up leaves. I've never heard of these before. Thanks, you've been very helpful. Here, take these for your efforts. How much? Oh, they gave me 3 coppers. I only need 1 more to get into the mortuary. Do we know why it's called piss? Not really, but it did start with the character pissing. So they were standing true to that. I think it's about... Because the main character is an alcoholic, so drinking a lot, so means they're pissing a lot as well. And I think that's really it. That's my only, context. And yeah, again, it did start with the character pissing. That kind of piss. Yeah, the alcoholic piss. Maybe it's a Norse thing, but booze is called piss as well. Oh, you know what? Yeah, maybe that's it. Corpse. Oh, look at that little buggy. Can I catch the beetle with my jar or something? I probably fucked up my chance, didn't I? Get down from there. That's me when I see a cool bug. Get down there. I wanna see you. Yeah, I don't think I have any, unless I can attract it with my beer or whatever. Caleb's goat wine. It really does taste like a goat. There's piss down your throat when you wake up the next day. There you go. Some more piss references. I'm planning a walk which I believe all people will be able to relate to. From the common serf to a mighty king. And what is this poem called? I have named this ballad Piss. Oh, here we go. Hey, we might actually get the answer for why the fuck this game is called Piss right here. So let's see. What is Piss supposed to stand for? Stand for? Yeah, surely it's an acronym of something. No, it isn't. It means the smelly yellow water that leaks out of me sometimes, I guess. It's less creative than I had thought it would be. Can you recite part of the poem for me? Piss poet for the win indeed, hell yeah. He's a grounding member of the band Pissgrave right here. Surely you can still show me a small part? Oh no, certainly not. A poem is like a meal. You don't serve it up until all the parts are cooked. Why call a poem piss? You know the feeling late at night when you are desperate to urinate? When your bed is comfortable and warm and the rest of the world is cold and you want to stay in bed. I know that feeling well. That's how writing poetry is for me sometimes. I'm so full of ideas, absolutely bursting with them, and I really want to share them with the world. But they are comfortable inside my head, and to pen them into the verse is like getting out of the warm blankets. I know I'm not going to be able to rest until I have gotten out of the warm, comfortable place, but I still put it off. That really frustrates me sometimes. I know it is my own laziness holding me back, but I still lay there, desperate to piss, but unwilling to get up. Interesting. So in a sense, I guess my poem is about writing poetry, even though it's about taking a leak. Surely this is, a self-insert thing from the developer. I'm pretty sure that's the actual philosophy and why this game is called that. 5 cuppas, please. Here you go. Splendid, thank you. Enjoy your tour of the fetid horror that the human body can become after life. Enticing. Slap, corpse, bucket. Yeah, this sounds like a Cannibal Corpse song. Alright, you slimy bastard, time to pay what's due. How are we gonna do this with the guy lurking in the corner? But there are no coins over his eyes. Was he lying? There he is, alright. I knew you would try it, Mora. Jahal, where are the coins? I took them with me, not just the spiritual concept of them as most do, but the actual physical coins themselves as well. It's strange that somebody would plan the arrangements of his own death so carefully when a simple resurrection charm can be purchased from the Temple of Ixal for a few coppers. Let's get this motherfucker back from the dead. A simple token that travels with one into the afterlife, with enough power to bring the soul instantly back into the body if used within a day of being purchased. Oh, we're not bringing him back, we're gonna kill ourselves to chase him in the afterlife. As long as your spirit doesn't make it across the Styx, one can return to this plane of existence simply enough. If Jahal died in the night, what are my chances of catching him before he crosses the Styx? It is said that the ferryman comes at sundown. If you were to die before nightfall, you would surely encounter him on the banks of the river. is such a cool concept. So I get a charm, find some poison, drink the poison, die, take my gold coins, use the charm, wake up, piss the poison back out, and I'm as good as new. Always toyed with the idea of going back to being a merc on the quiet days, but then you came back from whatever it was you got yourself into back then. Wouldn't tell anybody what had happened. Just set yourself to drinking whatever would take the memories away. I guess it worked really well, lass, except you spent all the coin you made from the job trying to forget it. And then some. Damn. That could have been me, you know. After that I realized that this was the best place for me now. I can't remember a thing about it, and my journal is vague at best. Yeah, can I go through to the temple district? Have you got yourself a temple pass yet? You know I've never had a need for temples, Victor. I can issue them, but in order to do so I need applicants to pass a questionnaire and make a donation, of course. For you I'll bypass the questionnaire, but I need to show the receipts to the temple at the end of my shift. So it's about money again. How much is the pass? 10 coppers? Alright, I suppose I'll see what I can do about getting some coin together. Would you mind going over to Bansy's stall in the market and picking up a talisman for me? Sure, that seems easy enough. Oh, anything else you need delivered? Yeah. Got any jobs for me? Finish your current delivery first, then maybe. Okay, well, in the crack. Yeah, they were talking about the crack, so let's poke at that a little bit. Maybe we need the stick to do that. There's a copper coin stuck in this crack. Yeah, that's nice. Should be able to pull it out. Free money. There we go. Let me look at this first. A talisman of protection. Not uncommon, but still quite powerful and not cheap to buy. Here we go. Here we go, Hector. Bansy asked me to tell you she is sorry it took so long to get here. Need to make sure I don't chew my fingernails. No, that one's a toxic plant. I guess that's where we get the poison maybe at the end of this to do the suicide thing. What about this fucking beetle, man? Oh, here we go. Tap on post, flick the banner, leave the post alone. I don't know, flick the banner? There we go. It's going back down. Ha, he's stuck in a puddle now. I'd like to see him fly out of that. I don't know why we're chasing this bug so hard. The beetle hummed in my hands. There was a magical energy in this beetle. I could feel it. I just didn't know what it was. Interested in buying this? Oh, a chromatic beetle. Sure, I'll buy this. They're not super powerful, but some enchanters use them in rituals. Worth a couple of coppers to me. Alright, fair enough. Alright, my guy, Hector. I got the cash. What about Estes? Morning, Estes. We know each other? Moira, so good to see you again, sweetie. Good to see you too, Estes. How's things? You know me, not much changes. Always waiting for somebody rich and horny to come along and give me all of the money in exchanges for a little bit of my affection. Wow. Half a year ago, one of Estes' clients had beaten her badly and left her bleeding in an alley. I came across her, tracked down the person who did it and killed them. Only time I've ever killed anybody for free in my life. I love this fucking character writing. I don't know. This is a really cool world, full of cool characters. The river is beautiful and I love this city. I'd be happy to stand here all day, taking in the sights, even if I wasn't looking for clients. And when a client does come along, I get to make them feel nice, and I get to eat and pay my rent. Everybody wins. You're always so positive about everything, Estes. I swear you always cheer me up when I talk to you. How could I not be happy when I get to talk to my most favorite person ever, sweetie? Have you had any more trouble? I hope this is not like a triggering question ending in conflict or whatever. Not since you took care of the last jerk, sweetie. Okay. The whole world looks down on us until they are horny or they have a problem they can't solve. And then they eagerly meet us, look us in the eye and remember our names. We're merely the tools, the hammers for their debauchery, so they have somebody to look down on. We're no worse than anybody else in this place. We deserve affection as much as any other in the city, sweetie. We lay like that, enjoying each other's warmth for a long time. The killer and the whore. The scum of the city. The two who ought never to be allowed to experience real love because their souls are for sale. And something so pure as love should never be attainted by such lovers as we. It's pretty good, actually. It's too big for me to wear as a mask. Although knowing priests, I bet they have a tacky mask version you can actually buy and wear. Few can merchandise their businesses like priests can. The scathing commentary on the state of religion. Dang, bro. Good morning. Welcome to the House of Exile. How may I help you? Need a resurrection charm. 5 copper coins? I got that easily, man. We have the resurrection spell. We have a poisonous leaf. I think it's time to actually kill ourselves and enter the afterlife. How do I kill myself? Well, my delicious poison tea should be ready. I hope this doesn't taste too foul. Well, I can't see a river here. And nobody said anything about a blue cavern with strange glass globes on the ceiling when you die. We still got our money. We got our resurrection charm. All of the other stuff is gone though. As I stare into the glow in the tube, I feel a memory entering my thoughts. Not one of my memories, but somebody else's. Okay. I seem to be on the outskirts of a city. How quaint. Can I help you? I seem to be a bit lost. Do you know how to get to the sticks? I believe you have to die. Tried that, didn't work, sent me here. I'm Moira, by the way. Pleased to meet you, I'm Bon, specialist scribe and translator in exotic dialects. Lovely. I'm a drunken of fuck for hire, so you don't know how to get to the sticks? Honestly, if dying doesn't work, then I have no idea whatsoever. I'm sorry to say. Oh well. So that's part of the big mystery. Anyway, let's go through the door. There it is. Oh wow. Animated background here, the FMV style. How in the hell did you get here? I died, of course, how else? You died? Sure, killed myself, traveled through what appeared to be limbo, and here I am. The coins, Jerhal, I want them. Do you have any idea what the word mercenary means, Jerhal? It means I am a soldier for hire. It means I am desperate enough for money that I risk death for it. Do you have any idea how it feels to be constantly haunted by your past? Yes, I do. It's the reason I had to lie to you to get the coins to cross the river. These 2 little coins were my last chance at peace. You meant the coins, or let him keep him. See, I knew this would be a choice. This isn't fair though. Sure, you could argue, let him and keep the coins. He's like us. He suffers the same. Who would I be to deny him what I would want as well? Right? But then again, I don't know if he's lying. Plus, I already came so far. Do I want to be the nice guy martyr for this ass? I don't know. Fucking hell. Yeah, let him keep it. Fine, keep your damn coins. I'll endure the nightmares, the sleeplessness, and the inability to ever feel actual happiness. But I hope your conscience remembers this. I hope you spent your time in the afterlife feeling guilty about it. Jesus. This is more than I would have done were I in your position. I'm doing it because I don't want to end up a slimy piece of shit like you. I will never be the type to put all my damn problems on everyone else's shoulders. So keep the damn money. I'll get by. Damn. Welcome back to Limbo, though I must say I'm surprised that you would visit twice. I'd like to return to the material plane. Could you show me how? I don't know why I returned here instead of there, or how to get back. I could, but I require something in return. What is it you require? One of your memories. The more I collect, the more like a real place this can become. I will turn this into something more than a place between real places. Look into this big empty globe up here. I built them to store memories, just choose an important one to focus on. The globe will do the rest. Sacrifice the memory of the dream, of Ikdor, of Estes, of Jehal. Why would I sacrifice my friend Ikdor or my, lover Estes, basically? But why would they make this an option if it was that easy? I guess maybe I would want to sacrifice one of these important memories to make Limbo a nicer place for the ones I put here. Something like that. Okay, let's go with what I think is probably the most valuable memory, the one of Estes. Fuck it, Estes. I felt the globe pull at my thoughts as I remembered the smile that would fill Estes' face whenever she lay eyes on me. We're giving the greatest sacrifice to repay some of the misery, that we put on the souls that we put in Limbo here. That's my thought process here. To give something back to the victims at our hands that are roaming Limbo. I thought of the first time we'd met, when she lay beaten, bleeding, and crying in an alley, and I chased down the man who did it and killed him as he begged for his life. I remembered her crying my arms back at my place, and me stroking her hair and shushing her until she fell asleep. I recalled the first time we made love many weeks later, and how soft and perfect her dark skin was to my lips and fingers. One by one, each of these things faded from my mind, and then something else. Something I'd felt all alone, but tried to deny. Even from myself, and then it was all gone. I felt my heart ache, and I was left with the feeling you get when something is on the tip of your tongue, but you can't quite pick it what it is. I looked at Phil and he nodded, then quietly murmured something under his breath and placed his hand over my tear-filled eyes with a solemn expression, and I felt myself fall into sleep. We sacrificed... Oh, waking up from being dead feels awful. We sacrificed our biggest love. Can't reach it. If only I could make myself stretch here, then I might be able to reach up there. What do you mean stretch here? I feel it warming me through. It's making me feel more flexible. There we go. Shit, hang on. I think I'm melting. I feel all gooey now. Well, let's get on the table. Nice. That's better. Slightly. At least I can walk now. Hang on a minute, that's me. The hell? Somebody took my body while I was dead. Fucked up. I should have guessed you damn priests were behind this. Is this a regular thing? Do you often sell people resurrection charms and then follow them, confident that they are likely to die soon? Is that how you get the freshest bodies to sell? I bet customers are willing to pay a high price for such fresh bodies. This was Excel's wish. Why the hell would Excel ask you to do this? She said that she had to make you want to see her in order to get you to go to her domain. Well, mission accomplished, because I demand to be taken to the goddess of yours right now. Well. We'll have my body back. That's nice, I guess. I guess I won't have to punch any godly faces in after all. Where's this Excel though? And how do I get back to Kamiya now? Fucking gods, no wonder people hate you so much. I don't suppose you let me go without finishing a stupid test? Thought not, bitch. Oh, this one just disappears? What the fuck? This really shouldn't be so hard. Sigh. Dip this in the sticky? No. Maybe I can use it to get... Yeah, here we go. That seems good. Nice, that's 1, I guess. Oh. There we go. Whatever that... I'm not entirely sure what happened there, to be honest. Cloth? What do you mean cloth? Oh, this cloth... I thought this was sticky slime from the thing down here. Cloth. Eye cloth. That's a typo, surely. But that looks funny. Eye cloth. What am I gonna do with this? Oh. Sticky. Lovely, it's all sticky now. Dope. Move aside so I can put this here. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Take the rose. I got them all. What now? Well? Put them in the vase here. You remember feeling happy, Moira? There were times that you actually felt happiness, you know, sitting on the warm, grassy hills outside Kamea in your first days as a merc. Laughing with new friends, excited of the idea of adventure and traveling to new places and making your fortune. I don't remember any of that. What do you want from me? I want you to remember, Moira. Where are you? Do you remember how to feel sorrow, my child? Do you recall Fern, the archer who had first showed you the ropes when you signed on as a soldier for hire? Do you remember how you felt as you watched him die from his wounds and promising to pass his final words on to his family when he returned home? And how long it took you to knock on their door and their faces when they opened the door and saw another mercenary standing there instead of him? I remember nothing. You could be making this all up as far as I know. I remember it all, Moira. You should not hide from your memories. They are what make you who you are. But it suits me just fine being a nobody. What do you want? Can you remember being in love? The way Estes felt against your skin, your lips, the way you wanted to hold her and protect her from everything? The fear that you somehow lose her, the feeling that you never wanted each moment with her to end? I don't know who that is. Even such a powerful memory as love has been lost to you. What a terrible shame, my child. What is it that you want? I want you to remember. Remember what exactly? And the last rose. Do you remember feeling angry, Moira? I dare say it has become your favorite emotion lately. It's the only one you seem willing to let yourself feel. You're damn right I feel angry. My only joy in life is to sometimes be able to afford to get so drunk that I can forget everything and sleep for a bit. I feel everything you feel, every thought, every emotion is something we share. I am your goddess, and therefore I am always with you, in you. Then you know how I feel right now. Look at me. I cannot see you. I am here. You're very beautiful. So are you, my dearest child, so very beautiful. It breaks my heart to see one with such a beautiful soul spending their life tormented like this. The placement of the characters is not very great here. Now look into my eyes. You will remember much, but there's something you must remember most of all. And it may be the most unpleasant thing anybody will have ever remembered. And I am taken away to a memory, this time on my own. This time one of my own. I find myself looking at someone and I know he is a god. I know that I have come here to kill him. My knife is buried into his torso and his warm blood runs down my arm, making my grip on the dagger slippery and sticky. He stares at me, knowing he is going to die. Knowing that I have killed him. I stare back knowing he is a god, something I have only just realized, and suddenly I feel everything. He shows me, looks into my eyes, and I feel his thoughts merging with mine. My mind is flooded with a surge of new feelings, memories and emotions. His feelings are now mine. I see all the beautiful things he created, the happy people from my dream. I see an entire universe of balance, harmony and chaos walking in perfect unison, the product of millions of years of life and changes. This god is the life source behind an entire universe. In killing him, I have killed it, the whole thing, destroyed. I feel his love for it all, true empathy, understanding every feeling and emotion of every living creature in the entire universe. It is overwhelming, and in comparison to the hugeness I now feel a part of, my own importance, my significance now feels so small. The god in front of me collapses, dead, leaving me with an understanding of what I have just done. Me, a tiny insignificant speck, has just ended the entire universe. You killed a god. I killed the entire universe. And try as you might to run from it, the memories still haunt you. But why did I do it? You were tricked into taking the job, told you was merely a powerful sorcerer that you were meant to kill. That's wild. It's just a god walking around? But why tell me all this? What does it help? You can fix this mistake, Moira. You can undo what you did. But how? That is up to you to find out, I am afraid. What? Why though? What could I possibly gain from bringing this god back to life? Even if I manage to do it, I have nothing left. You have the chance to start a new life. A normal life. If you can do this, you will find a second chance. I had stayed with Exile for a long time, and she's restored much of my memory. Then she held me as I cried, bitter helpless tears. So many emotions, forgotten memories, and old friends. Just remembering all of it at once left me drained. And then I slept. Not the restless sleep I had endured for so long, but proper restful sleep. I woke up back in Kageyama, back in my own body, and for the first time in as long as I could remember, well rested. Today was going to be different. No more drinking away memories, no more doing whatever I could to scrape together a few coppers. Today I had a goal. I now knew what the memories meant once more, and this time I wasn't going to run from them. It was time to face the mistake that I had made and fix it. Yesterday was just another miserable day in a miserable life. Today, I had hope. Piss was designed, written, coded, and drawn by Ben Chandler. This, huge concepts, gods and universes, existentialism and all. Dramatic final words, and then you're being reminded what this is called. Piss. What the fuck, dude?